Lord first.
All right. Now here's the thing, Jasper. You are the strongest proponent, it seems to me, of the secret passage type of idea. So, do you want to kind of take a lead on the overall conversation, or only after we get to like the end, where like maybe we can ask them for stuff rather than just explain ourselves? Do you want to take a lead then, or do you want to take a lead from the beginning?
I mean, Jasper will definitely have the best conversational skills if we need to persuade or do anything like that to him.
Right.
When we're
Actually,
talking.
it's a good question. Why have you not been taking the lead on all the conversations from the beginning?
You tend to take the lead as the wild man.
Yes.
I've got a +8 to persuasion for argument's sake, so.
So 100% you take the lead.
But I need to know what we're going to tell him before I take the lead. I don't want to just spout out everything and we're like, no, let's not do that.
All right. So the basic idea is this. When we last contacted you, we just found some of your people who died, and we were like, oh no, this is horrible. Who could have done this? And the first thing we would think is, oh, we should tell the person who's in command of these people who all died. And so we told you. Then it was unclear exactly what you wanted of us. So we followed the people who came to kill, who killed these guys. And we followed them to here, and then beyond here. By here, I mean Herdogus. And then we found them, and we confronted them, and we killed them. Surely this is a good thing. And then, after having got them, now, remember to not say everything as you feel is appropriate for the situation. You don't have to tell them we have the body straight up with us. So then we come back here.
The bodies are still in
they question the bag that we are carrying the body in? Because that's a pretty obvious bag, I assume.
It is
I was going to say, did we
obvious
definitely take the bodies with us, or are they back in the tavern?
I feel like Woody answered that last time. Yep, we got the body with us.
Yeah,
we've got them. Yeah.
It's with you. You were told that it's kind of obvious that could be something dodgy under the table, and try not to.
Yeah.
So it's with you. It's with. So it's up to you what you want. You didn't say you were doing anything else with it when you left the tavern. So it's
better with us if it should reanimate than back in the tavern where it can reanimate potentially.
And strap your body somehow for your zip line down.
That was all Romok, I have to imagine. One arm ziplining while carrying the body.
Hell yeah.
It can't be reanimated for another 10 days anyway, so it's safe from that. Well, be about 8 days now.
Alright, so Jasper, the only other details are if you want to include anything about the extremely urgent situation which has otherwise befallen us. But that's just on anything he cares about at the moment.
So, hi, we find out what he's called us for first, and say, yeah, we contacted you, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Actually found those people, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
They're now dead. Here's one of their bodies. We're carrying it around with us for sentimental reasons.
Yes, and maybe, by chance, politeness is a wisdom-based skill and not a charisma-based skill, but try to be polite the way Hezekiah normally is.
Oh, yes, I'll be polite, but be eloquent in my words. And then, yeah, if depending what he's actually called us here for, mention the band of merry men that's trying to escort us back to our beloved hometown.
Yep, the Nutsack Ripper offers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think I got it.
okay. So if we're all happy now, we roll into the game. So if anyone would like to add any more to remind us all where we left off in the last game.
I feel like we covered almost all of it, except for the actual events of, okay, so just after Kaelin talked to us after having breakfast, before having breakfast, we had breakfast, we were able to leave, we entered the street, in the street, voila, all 10 of them, right there. Hezekiah advanced, approached to make a conversation about handling this outside. Instead, I was kind of immediately kind of surrounded, and we were gently escorted down the street. Some things were said during that escorting, but notably, some of the golden dwarven guard people came up, and Kalen's band dissipated immediately, and instead we were instructed, follow us to Grim Hobart. And so we followed them to Grim Hobart, which involved a certain amount of rappelling. Then we came to a fancy room, big statues, etc., and here we are.
There we are indeed. Okay. So the guards have now stepped back and fallen in line ahead of you, just lined up on the stone steps leading up to the throne, and they're all facing you. And the last thing they said was to wait. Now, you stand there, and minutes start to pass by. 2, 5, 10 minutes. How's everyone feeling at this moment?
Anyone have to pee?
Roll for Constitution. No, I think the feeling is just one of tension at the moment. I think there's a general vigilance, but also that kind of I don't know whether it's quite hand on hilt of weapon sort of tension, but it's very sort of what is happening right now. So I think Romok, especially, eyes is kind of scanning. He's checking for exits, kind of taking a bit of a head count. Just trying to get a bit of a sense of the surroundings.
And as you're doing that, you are in this sort of cavernous hallway. It's stretched really quite far back, and it's quite far along these big pillars going down it. You do get a sense of just grandeur, and it just feels immensely powerful and intimidating. And it's pretty quiet in here as well. No one is saying anything. Time continues on. Another 5 minutes, another 10. And then you hear a little bit of noise off to the side as the hitting of boots on the floor, on the stone floor, sorry. And a door opens just to the side of the steps. Out two dwarves. First is a male dwarf. It's very sort of broad shouldered, thick beard, laced gold and the bronze clasps that are gleaming in the light of the sconces. Chest plate, it's half scorched and sort of half polished, almost as if he's just come from the forges. And he's got this sort of solid stance, almost as if he's built of himself. Beside him is a female dwarf, a slightly more slender frame, still with that commanding air. She's has intricately braided hair, which is hung with delicate golden rings. Her robes are flowing down in silvers and golds, and there's this large sort of headpiece which sort of slopes back with these golden emblems and sigils just poised up. She walks in, and her eyes are very sharp and piercing. She has a smile. She seems quite calm, measured. And the pair step forward, and they don't seem to be walking up the steps themselves. They're sort of skirting around the edge, almost as if they're careful not to go up them. And they come and fall in line just in front of you.
Did we go up the stairs? Have we already committed a faux pas?
You are not up the stairs now. The dwarf guard stood in a line in front of the steps, and then they go up a little way towards where the throne is, and there are the golems up there and some more dwarven guards just watching. But they're all helmed, so everyone is completely. You can't see any faces. You can just see the little glimmer of eyes across the wall of dwarves, and the female of the dwarfs bows her head slightly. Greetings to you all, and thanks for coming to see us so swift. I am Elder Verica Stonecourt, the High Priestess to the Deepfire. And this is Baldric Deepforge, Ron Smith Halls, and the dwarf next to her. This big booming voice. Ah, so these are the champions the mountain itself has rumbled about, huh? By the anvil. You don't look much at first glance, but then I've seen hammers no bigger than my fist shatter anvils clean in two. Tell me then. And he folds his arms, just eyeing you all up and down. Now, when you stare down an enemy, do you reckon it's your skill, your wits, or your gods that keep you standing? And the female Varica just steps forward, just holds out a hand ever so slightly towards him. Forgive my brother's bluntness. He enjoys measuring strength by the noise it makes. She tilts her head. I wonder instead how you measure yourselves. Each of you has lived long enough to stand here, so tell me, what value do you see in yourselves? Courage, cleverness, the will to protect, the hunger to conquer. And just beside her, sort of snort, chuckling. Or is it plain luck, eh? Don't think I don't see the smell of chance on half the heroes who come swaggering through these halls. And he grins across at you. Verica just says, "We do not ask to mock you. Consider this. Lord of the Mountain does not waste time on us. He called you here. He must see something in you worth shaping. But it matters little, he sees, if you do not truly know yourselves." Her gaze is just sort of sweeping over you. Her tone is still very calm. Baldric leans forward, lowering his voice ever so slightly. So then, tell us, the stones fall, shadows stir, doom itself rose right now. What's the one thing that keeps you alive? What's the one thing that makes your enemies fear? And they step back for a moment and just wait.
You use a variety of things that may very well explain several of my comrades, but for me, the one thing you didn't say was faith. Faith in Ka, who is all around us and very much within these walls and these floors, and faith in those around me. To trust that, to trust that, but trust in them that they can look out for me and I can look out for them.
Baldric just leans slightly towards Verica. Faith, eh? Strong thing, faith. Stronger still if your gods answer when you call. I've seen enough battlefields to know prayers. So leave it crying in dirt. And Verica just a small smile. Faith is a strength, yes, but it can also be a chain. If your God demands a path your heart cannot walk, which one would you follow? Be certain of this answer, travelers. Man respects truth more than it does worship. And I say that as a follower of the deep path.
In truth, luck has always been with us. For no one between heaven and earth can survive without luck. But luck is merely how we survived. It is not what drove us forward. For we beheld that there was a need to protect others. That is the truth. We had to do in order to save so many innocents from such terrible fate. Also, can I get the last name on Balric? Unless it's also Stormcloak.
Ulrich. Hang on, I have to scroll up for that one. 1 sec. Ulrich. Balric Deepforge.
Okay, thank God. I thought his name was Baldric, and I just could not take that seriously after Blackout.
Not Baldric. Not Baldric.
Deepforge, yep. God help us with his cunning plans.
So as you say that, Boric with his booming voice. Ha! Now there's the fire I like to hear. A spine of iron, will that doesn't bend. Good hammer never flinches. Luck and bravery, courage, strength. I'll hold you to those words. Steals at your throat. And America just comes back. Bravery and luck is a bright flame, but flame can burn out swiftly if it's untended. Tell me, do you know the difference between courage and recklessness? It's arching her brows. What response?
We have crossed so many times between courage and recklessness that it would be best if we did know, fully, to the utter extent by now, and yet we are still in the position of transgressing without full knowledge.
Aldrich leans forward again. Find you work well together? Or are you merely throw together a ragtag bunch? What brought you together? What brought you here?
Mere coincidence on one level, and yet the hand of strongest fate on another. We were not all brought together under the same circumstances. My devout friend here, clapping Kek on the shoulder, why he was found in the wilderness. We did not know him at the time, and yet he has become one of us, as close to our bosom as our own beating hearts.
And
Woody,
Ulrich,
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were muted for a second, then you weren't. Sorry.
that's okay. No, all good. So Balric nods, leaning forward, looks to Varrica next to him, and she gives a small, quick nod as well. Balric claps his hands, the sound echoing like a hammer blowing. Good, good. Every warrior, every mage, every soul needs to know what they carry in the dark. Well, we'll see if your words ring true when tested in flame. And Varrica glances at him with a smile again. Well, come then. The lords of the mountain await you. Though perhaps the mountain itself wishes to see your measure first. And she starts to gesture to the side. Balric, a big sort of half smile on his face. He's got these sort of rosy cheeks now. Takes a step, and they both start to walk to the side of the hallway toward another door than the one they came in. If you would please come with us.
Of course. By fire were our souls forged, and by fire may they be assessed.
Was there something else which you want to add in? Was there just a bit late now, unfortunately? Okay. So the great echo of the throne hall fades behind you as the heavy stone door that you just walked through closes. You find yourselves in a narrow passage lit by a steady glow of iron sconces burning. Um, um, just hear the gentle tinkle of the golden beads and ornaments jingling in Bulrich's beard as they walk ahead of you. Ulrich still with his broad smile, and Varrica sort of almost gliding along in her flowing robes with the silvers and gold. Many of her golden rings also clinking faintly, giving pretty much the only noise in here, apart from the little burning flames. And she turns her head towards you. Her voice is still gentle, almost motherly. Of course, you have done great service already, as we have heard. It is not for us to truly bear judgment on you. That is and always will lie ultimately on our great leader. And chuckling next to her, it will. And here we are now. We will soon be in the presence of the Lord of the Mountain. Make sure you all keep yourselves proper. And they continue as this passage sort of narrows down, leading to a single iron-bound door carved with runes. Without any hesitation, Varrica opens it. As you step inside, you find yourselves in a small chamber, circular, bare stone walls, single lantern swang, and a small table to the side, a plate of freshly cooked meat of some sort. You will enter, and Ulrich makes towards the door on the opposite side. Suddenly, the door behind you slams shut. Ulrich and Varrica spin around in shock, looking at each other for a second, eyebrows raised. There's a grinding, a rumble. And the floor vanishes beneath your feet. Stone panels drop away, and you plummet, sliding down a slick chute of black rock, tumbling through darkness as your yelps and cries echo around you. And after a sudden little wild drop, you slam into a circular stone chamber, heat immediately blasting your face. As you start to steady yourself and step up, you look around. The area is quite vast. It is a large circular floor beneath you, smooth black stone, broken only up by great circular iron grate in its center. Through its bars, you see molten lava glowing, shifting, bubbling far below. The chamber itself glows with the flicker of smaller lava pools burning across the rock, seemingly spewing out of these ornate carved stone faces. The air is hot enough to sting your throat. And with a crash, Bulric and Varrica tumble down behind you, robes torn, faces streaked with ash. They scramble upright, wide-eyed, panicked. Varrica turns. By the default, what is this madness? And Bulric stumbles to his feet, trying to grab for any weapons he might have. Unfortunately, not finding any. He doesn't seem to be dressed for that occasion. They wouldn't have done this. Surely they would never have dared do this to us. He takes a few staggered steps back, looking in, eyes wide.
Would Bulric have been dressed for this earlier? Because it seems, based on his personality, like he wouldn't have come in unarmed, or did he lose his weapon somehow?
He was never wearing weapons. He was wearing furs and a chest plate, which was described as
Fresh from the
burnt,
field.
sort of slightly polished on one side and a bit charred on the other side, but no weapons. Neither of them seem to be bearing weapons. So Bulric takes a few staggered steps back, looking around, his eyes wide and fearful. Something's coming. I can hear it. And Bulric and Valaka back up towards the wall. Bulric looks to you, his arms outstretched, shielding. You all protect us. We're no great fighters. Protect us at this time.
Of course. How has this come to happen?
Let me just load this up 1 second. This is where you find yourselves now.
Okay, but seriously, that guy, no weapons? Come on, man. You look like you got 4 weapons in your beard right there.
I mean, we're in a place where there's loads of lava, and the one person who has water elementals and water magic isn't here tonight.
Hey,
Someone is
remember what I
going to
prepared?
Hey?
Someone is going to need to just pick up and help pilot Lock for you. So, lost my page.
Can't be me. He would be happy if it was me.
Balric and Valka are backing up towards one of the walls. Around you, you hear this gurgling, bubbling noises. It's just reverberating around the stone walls.
What do we see around this room? Sorry.
It is a stone wall, almost as if it's carved directly out of the mountain.
Cool. So there are these 4 faces in the corners. Yeah. Corners of a circle, you know what I mean. These here, are they grates? Are they gates? Are they doors? Are they radiators? Like, what describe these
We're in
for
an
me,
arena, isn't it? Like in an arena, sort of.
This is just a little bit of metal grating. It's not very high. It's only about 2 foot high.
All right.
Stop.
It's not like kind of gladiator arena cage doors.
Right. Well, above that, it's sort of a 5-foot step up before it gets to that flattened platform here, which goes around of it. And then the walls are just stone. There's like steps going up. They've got little bits of debris on them. It doesn't look like anything, particular. It's essentially broken rocks and so. And you have these braziers dotted all around it. And the room goes up quite high as well. It's 60 foot up. For some reason as well, you didn't take any fall damage when you landed. But you all pull yourselves up and you can hear noises. Balric, having just said that he can hear something, you then cotton on and you start to listen, and you also start to hear something. A low grinding. Actually, that's something. Hang on. There's a slight grinding noise and a heavy hit. A second heavy hit seems to be coming from either side of you. And then from the darkness above, 2 shapes start to emerge out of the shadows above. Bulbous and round, teeth and eyes, many eyes. Their bodies shimmering with a strange, watery look, though they also seem rather rocky, stony, spiky. This blue-black flesh as they hover above you. You see on either side of it. These 2 large entities dropping down at you. And they come to a stop when they're about 10 foot up in the air. Please, can everyone. Where? Everyone can now please roll for initiative.
Can I just double check something? So obviously the walls are grates are 2 foot, so the walls are what, 5 foot, 6 foot, 10 foot?
Woody, public rolls again.
Okay. These two. This circular wall in the center here is only 5 foot high.
Okay.
So it is scalable. You'll be able to pitch yourself up over that should you need to. And then the walls, the steps only go up a few steps before it then gets to a sheer rock wall. And then just top and bottom, it is just complete flat wall. There's nothing there. It's just flat.
Regarding us taking no damage while falling down the chute, can we try to figure out if it was something about the construction of the chute or a magical aura around this whole area? Like I was thinking an Arcana check if it's magic or something, if it's physical.
Well, when you first came down, I will say you would have realized in the heat of the moment as you came tumbling down, your descent suddenly slowed for a split second before hitting the ground. You stopped sliding.
Okay. But only in that last moment before, like, hitting the ground. So, like, tumbling down, okay, we kind of scraped a little bit maybe, but, like, the physical feel of that was normal. Like, just rolling on the chute.
That felt completely normal, yeah. It wasn't until you left the chute that it felt unusual. And just
right.
before...
And which direction is the chute from that we came out of?
The chute would have been down towards the south slightly. But it's somewhere, also somewhere central, so it's probably somewhere around this area.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead, Jasper.
Right, Woody, I've got 11 for Lock. Can I get access to his token to Mugen?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, you should be able to move him.
Alright, guys, so hit one as hard as possible, move to the other. What do you say? Okay, no one says anything, so we're going random.
Sounds like a good. Sounds good.
As we come down, as we come down, as these two entities start to come down towards you, I'll give you a moment if you want to just position yourself within your movement range, anywhere you want to go. And then we'll go straight into your go, Jasper.
Yeah, up close to here, let's say. Call over to Robert. What the bloody hell are these things? What? Why are we down here? And I will. I will try and distract one of them. So the one on the left of the screen, I would like to cast Hypnotic Pattern over.
Okay. Yeah.
So it is a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw, or they are incapacitated and have a speed of 0. So I'll display that for you.
DC 16. What was it? Sorry, Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, fails.
So the one on the left-hand side is incapacitated, speed of 0, and that is for the duration of the spell, unless it is harmed by us, or unless the other creature decides to do something to waken it from its stupor. But it's 1 minute it lasts for. And I'll shout to the other right. Focus on the one to the east. But the other one's stopped for a moment. You can see it's all dazed. And I'll end my turn there.
Perfect. Just trying to see if there's an icon I can throw on it. Dazed.
There's a sleepy kind of one, but I don't know about dazed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. I know which one you
There's
mean.
one just for like incapacitated. That's effectively what it is.
You know what? I'm just going to throw it. I'll just throw it. I'll even see it anyway. Okay, right. He's out for now. Was there anywhere you want to move at all, Jasper, before your go ends?
I would just. I'd stick over here a little bit just because I know it's a concentration spell. I don't want to.
As you get close to the lava, I will say you can immediately start to feel the heat, and it feels like it's too hot. So you probably don't want to stick around too long.
Okay. I'll move down one more space, and it's better than being too cold. Straight off the bat, just the light from you.
Okay, so over to Hezekiah.
All right. Please don't be immune to fire. Okay, here is 5 scorching rays coming at you, level 4. 1.
I will also remind you he is essentially from where you're positioned, 15 foot up in the air. He's 10 foot over this platform, which is 5 foot above you.
Neato. 3, 4, 5. Now let's see if that was actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it was. 26, 25, 26, 13, and 27. I think 4 hits probably.
13 will not hit.
Okay, right. Let's go. Okay, so we got 4, 9, 8, and 8. So that is 16, 25, 29, hopefully fire damage. And remember, if they're resistant, I break through the resistance, but if they're immune, I got nothing.
You unleash these scorching rays, and they all hit into them. Largely all of them hit into them one by one, and you watch as the flesh and it seems to burn and fall away. It looks like it's doing a good impact. It doesn't look like, as you might, some of it might have been lost. It seems to be taking full damage, and it looks hurt already. And it's little bits of it are just hanging off one area where they all started to focus and blast into it.
Yeah, I would have thought of it kind of like I would have been blasting like the little tentacle eyes, so like a bunch of them have now been burnt to a crisp, like shriveled in. But also, so do I feel heat coming out of the vent, which is just directly north of me, or mostly from this lava flow thing?
Only from the lava next to you, and you can feel it is too hot to stay standing next to here.
All right, I will try to climb just directly up here. And then move just a little bit more this way if I successfully climb up there.
Okay. I'm not going to need you to roll for that. That'll be okay in this moment. Yeah, you'll be fine going up there.
Okay, that's it for me.
Yeah, you clamber up, and I will say actually you would lose 5 foot of distance just for climbing up and then pulling yourself back to your feet. I would say so. You can.
No problem. I only moved less than my 30. I only moved 25 feet. Okay, great.
Oh, in that case, that's fine. Perfect. Okay. Brother Keck. Would you like to do?
Yeah, so talking to Ulrich, what sort of weaponry do you use?
Boric normally, he said, normally I have my war hammers and picks, but this was supposed to be a ceremonial moment. There was no need for it.
So
nothing.
The wall behind him's stone, yeah?
Yes.
So I'm going to use a stone shape to make him a stone warhammer.
Okay.
So mold the clay to look like a warhammer, and I can use stone or earth or anything on the area to mold into that weapon.
Okay. You create a weapon out of the area there, and it essentially falls out from the wall. You grab it, pass it to him. He looks over it. Roll
Able to
me,
use...
roll me a persuasion check.
I mean, it's not so much a fighting; it's more to him to help defend himself with, rather than just sitting there in the wall.
So he looks at it and he just furrows his brow and looks at you. You want me to dirty my hands with such a weapon? We've used far finer tools than these. I've crafted many better myself. You defend us! You defend us! And he steps back. Back with him against the wall.
Just keep it nearby in case. Try our best.
As you say that, he breathes heavily, leans forward and grabs your. You've got a scarf on, haven't you?
Yeah, it's like a...
He grabs your scarf and pulls it off you, and wraps it around his hands, and goes to try and get the warhammer.
You could have asked, but sure.
He doesn't look too happy about it, but he's well. Give me an insight.
Push to push.
You pick up something from him, but it's, to be honest, it feels like he is not used to being in a fight. He's used to creating more than using. But that's kind of all you get.
Oh.
He doesn't feel at ease having to use it at the moment. Was there anything else you want to do there?
I'll probably just use my movement to kind of get up here as well, just more for the vantage point.
Okay.
So yeah, still within my movement on that. But yeah, that'll be... Yeah.
Okay. You move away from them. Borix gets turned to Farragut. Quickly, follow him. And he moves, create a sort of a step for her with his hands to help her to raise up over the edge. They are quite a bit smaller, so it's a bit harder. So he's trying to push her up over, and she gets up and runs over to here. He is not going to be able to get up. He's too small to reach up, get himself up. And he's just going to...
I mean, the only thing I'll say is obviously if I can hear him like wanting to get up, would have had a chance to kind of helped him. But I didn't move too far away from the edge.
You will see that Varrica did follow you after, but he didn't. You hear a slight scrambling for a moment before an exasperated, and he just moves across. So it's up to you. How would you feel in that moment? How would you react?
Probably help him up in some way, shape, or form if I still can with what's left my movement and bonus action.
Okay.
So
you hold your... Yeah.
I say kind of like the Warhammer grabbing part of that while he's holding on to it and trying to help him just get a footing and pull himself up.
Okay. So roll a strength check.
Uh,
I'll get him as well.
but that's not do much.
So you start to struggle to pull him up, and as you do, his hands sort of slip through this scarf which is on the warhammer, and he just drops down, and you sort of bring up the warhammer ahead of you, realizing that he's no longer attached to it. He's still back down there, but for now, that's all you can do.
Yep. That's nice.
So, unfortunately, it is now the spectator who is not the running for the moment. This is going to do. See. The range of this.
I think most of their actions have like 120-foot range. Some of them 60.
Everyone is in range still. Everyone. So, he's going to use 2 irate. It's going to stay in its current place, just moving slightly. And let's see. Roll to see which raise it's going to. Okay. Right.
Come to the guy who burns your tentacles off.
Okay, let's see who this is now going to hit. It's going to fire 2 rays, same ray, at 2 different people. So it's going to Twin and Jasper. So Twin and Jasper, as this eye, one of the eyes sort of spins around and worms its way around its head. Suddenly it locks onto you, Twin, and this pale blue light emanates from it. Can you please roll wisdom saving throw, DC 12?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
18.
Perfect. So you both actually save on that. Yeah, you don't get any. Nothing happens from that one. It seems to sort of its mouth curls up in a sort of grimace, and you see these sharp, drooling, pointed teeth, slightly yellow and blackened, drool dripping down, and it just starts to glide around. And it's go. Yeah. That's what it can do. And it's all it's doing is making this noise as well. It's sort of. There is no words. Twin, as you and Jasper just shake off this effect, what would you like?
Lock Lock got an 11, but he didn't add them to the. You didn't add them in.
Let me add him in. 11.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bit more time to think then.
Yeah, sorry. So Locke will go first ahead of you, Twin. So yeah, what's Locke going to do?
Okay, Locke is going to go with good old. Good old Summon Elemental. 4th level. The Summon Water Elemental behind the spectator that's on the move.
Okay.
There.
Well, whereabouts, sorry?
Just this side of him.
Yeah, okay. you access. You should be able to move that wherever you want it to go.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It's in range. It's sort of. He'll then want to sort of put a bit more distance between. Not it's going to help too much. But he'll then order the water spirit to make 2 spam attack on its go at the creature. And then
What's its range? Because he is 10 foot up.
Okay.
Summon Elemental is at least 60 feet. Do you have 60 feet, you think? Because it can also move.
I could change it to an air elemental so it can fly, and then it's within range. I know Locke only really uses water though. Okay.
But it can also move. Right?
Generally does use water, that's right.
Yeah.
How do you think would Locke go for an air elemental or would he go for a water? How do you think?
No, I don't think Locke really don't use water. 10 foot up. Are those bits around the edge, are they like raised seated areas or?
There's sort of a few steps go up. It only goes up about, in total, when you add all the steps together, about 3 or 4. They're not great steps.
Like 40 feet of movement, I think. The water element.
Yeah, it's got 40 foot. Yeah, it's got 40 foot, but it still can only reach 5 foot. So
Don't know if they.
Can I retcon that then if it's in the air? Because it's trying to get used to a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'll have Locke cast Acid Arrow for cold damage at 3rd level. So it is roll to hit. I should be able to roll from here. Uh, 21 to hit.
It does hit. Yeah.
And then it should do. So there's 5d4 initial damage for the upcast, which is the 16. And then the 2d4 at the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So it will take the further 9 points, which is the 3d4 for upcasting, at the end of its next go.
Okay. So as Locke leans back and launches his arm forward, this green sort of fluidy arrow shoots forward and strikes the spectator directly in the eye, its central eye. You watch as it spins back in the air, rolling over itself before dropping to the ground, its tentacles following down below it as it collapses into a heap. Is there anything else Locke wanted to do?
He really has any bonus, so we'll go no on that one.
We move over to Twin. You've just watched one of them be brought down. The other one is just behind you, at the moment stunned.
Was Lachlan also suffering from the heat effect of the magma within 10 feet of him?
No, he's stepped away from it a little bit. He's not directly next to it.
Okay. So for the first time, in a long time, Twin's going to get his longbow off his back. Because he's unsure if he's still got the ability to hit things with his bow. He's going to cast Fighting Spirit, give him a little bit more of an edge. So he's going to psych himself up, and that'll just give me advantage on this on the attack roll.
So roll your
5 hit points as well. Attack.
So a 21 does hit, 17 does hit. Yeah.
11 damage.
So this arrow thuds into this body as it sort of takes the impact. It kind of starts to spin in the air slightly as the charm stops it from pulling. It suddenly rights itself. Its eyes losing their slight glaze, and all the stalks suddenly come back to life and start to focus once again on the positioning of everyone. Definite hit though.
Okay. And then I'll pull out another arrow and fire it again.
Okay. Roll again. Yeah. Definite hit again. Another arrow slams into its body.
For a further 6.
This time it doesn't fully spin as it did in the past one. It seems to take the arrow, hit a little bit better. Its eyes narrowing down, and several of the stalks look down towards you. Is there anything you want to do, movement-wise, or any other?
So heat-wise for me, this grate that I'm standing on, that's not as bad as what the open lava is.
The grate, as you look down it drops down a fair bit, maybe sort of 15, 20 foot before it gets to the lava. So it's not. It is hot, but it's not as bad as being directly next to it. Being right above it, still really uncomfortable though. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll move. Yeah, I'll move up. I'll move up 1 square, just off the grate.
Sure.
There you go. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, Romok.
So Romok, kind of feeling the heat, will step around over the grave. But as he does so, he feels the heat kind of pulse through him and begins to rage. But this time, in the flicker of the room and in the flames of the room, there is almost a ring of fire around him that just seems to swirl just for an instant. In so doing, he regards the spectator in front of him, grabs a darkwood javelin off his back, and is going to launch it right towards this spectator here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And that will be done recklessly.
Yeah.
So with the let me just double check on this was 1 sec. So first creature you hit with an attack has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you.
Okay.
So as long as I hit. So oh god, that's terrible. A 12 to hit.
It's essentially a nat 1 by the look of it.
There was a 1 and a 4.
Yeah. Not good, I'm afraid.
Did you have advantage because of reckless attack?
I should have done, yeah.
Nat 1. That should. Why is that come
Yeah,
up?
I don't know why that's come through like that. On D&D Beyond, it was a 1 and a 4. But why has that come through as it added it together?
It looks like it's added it together, but it's on a 1 and an 8. So you rolled a 1 and an 8 on the D20s. And then
no, I rolled a 1 and
a
4 on the D20s.
Yeah, this is saying you rolled an 8 though, and then 8.
Ah,
it's added them.
Really strange. I don't know why.
But it
it's done
gave you
that.
advantage, did you say?
It did, yeah.
So the one
Yeah.
wouldn't have counted then. So it would have been
No.
Yeah. I mean, this is
20 to hit.
So
Yeah.
D&D
So-
Beyond is saying it was a 1 and a 4. Roll20 is saying it was a 1 and an 8. So unless you want me to roll again.
Well, why would why would Roll20 add the 1 and the 8 together? Would it be 4 plus 8 plus 8? If you had a plus 16.
Something's gone weird.
Just roll again because that's really weird. I don't get.
I don't know why it's done that. Because, like I say, I'm reading 1 and 4. Roll20's done 1. Let's see what happens this time.
Try rolling your attacks individually rather than trying to double up them.
Yeah, I'll do that. So here's the first one, which is 11.
Yeah.
8, 16.
So 16 plus what was it? Plus.
Oh no,
Five?
that's 16 total. It's 8 plus 8.
Oh, okay.
So 16
okay,
total.
that's a hit.
Grand. Which will be 7 points of piercing damage as I aim for the central mass, ideally the eye.
Try and hit the eye. Okay. Unfortunately, you were a little wide of the eye. It slams into the meat body to the side, next to one of the other arrows, and you see this sort of gloopy blue-black sort of blood start to seep, and just its face opens up. This more teeth drawl. It doesn't look happy. It looks angry. Pissed off all of it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do?
I have another attack, but I don't know how many javelins I've got. I think I've just got the one.
Normally have a few, I think.
Second?
Do you not have it written down? Do you not have it written down how many you have?
Let me just check my inventory. I think it was 3. So I can throw another one then.
Okay.
So
The effects of advantage still on. I think it's just
yes.
for that lot.
So 4, 17, 25.
As a hit.
For an extra 5 points of damage.
So you release again, and this time your aim is pretty much spot on with where you were last time. Unfortunately, that means that your spear is kind of gliding down the side of your other spear a little bit, and it's not some of the speed of the hit. It doesn't quite do as much. But the spectator now looks down in your direction. Is there any movement?
That's as far as I can get 5 more feet. So I just kind of take a step forward, and that'll be it.
Okay.
But because of the attack, excuse me. Because of the attack, where's it gone? Basically, he's now at disadvantage on anyone other than myself.
Yeah. And considering you just hit him twice with some big, hefty spears, and you're really close to him, he is going to go for you first. And he's going to go.
That's fine. Because I attacked recklessly, he will have advantage on that attack.
Okay. And he's going to start by gliding over. To here. So he is 15 foot above you, and the stalks, as he goes, his gaze doesn't drift from you at all. It's centralized on you. The other eye stalks are all looking down at your direction. A couple of the other ones, he's got about 4 eye stalks, I think. 2 of them are sort of looking at you, another 2 are going around and looking at the people around you. But he's going to go for you initially. And he's going to hit you with... this is a different one this time. Okay. Wisdom saving throw, please. DC 12. As this light yellow beam goes straight down towards you.
Sorry, did you say that's a save? Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 12, please.
That's a nat 20.
Amazing. You feel your brain starting to fog. You just shake and come out of it.
and he immediately fires once more in your direction with one of the other eyes spin round, and this time a red ray heads toward you. Constitution saving throw, please. DC 12 again.
Okay. 16.
Very good. Okay. Do these do anything? Okay, on a success, you will take half the damage, so he is still going to hurt. This wounding ray strikes into your body. With 3d10. So 22 total, you take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
As you feel your flesh start to sort of spike and pierce and slice almost. But within your body rather than the outside, it feels like it's penetrated into you, and it just feels awful. A little bit of blood sort of comes down your nose. But yeah, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
That was necrotic damage as well. Okay.
What kind was it?
Yeah.
I'm raging, so I have. Do I have any? It's not like piercing, bludgeoning, or the other one. Can't remember. But is it?
Classed as necrotic damage.
Okay.
Actually, come on, you got banned from Sword of Mana and Legend of Mana and all the other Mana series games right now because of that.
Yeah, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. I am resistant to, but no, that's fine. Doesn't count.
Okay. Then back to you, Jasper.
It's still in the air.
It's still in the air. Yeah. So it's 15 foot up from this ground level. It's stayed at the same height.
15. Okay. I'll move to here.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to as it will miss Romok. Only got a 10-foot range. I'll do it enough so it'll miss Romok, so you wouldn't have to make a saving throw. It's a DC 16 Constitution save. Even third level, so it'll be 4d8.
Even with anything you can add to this kind of fact. Yeah, it failed the save.
As it's 19 damage on a fail.
19 damage. Okay. What does this look like as you cast it?
So Justin's been perfecting the shadow, uses it quite a lot now. He's got it down to a T and walks up and just clicks his fingers. As he clicks his fingers, this burst of sound just erupts from around the creature's head. And this little shockwave reverberates from it as well.
Okay.
It's enveloping the radius of the spell.
Yeah. So as you unleash this, you watch as the air almost seems to shimmer around and convulsing almost, which going along with all of this, the rippling air already from the heat, it's really magnified, and you watch as the spectator starts to roll back and forth. It's shaking and shuddering, and some of its eyes start to just pop, leaving just the one big one there, and it just oozes this black blue blood
before dropping and a heavy thud to the ground. And it's just silent. Silence that suddenly broken by a low grinding noise from above. Huge metal door set into the wall halfway up begins to roll open, leaving only darkness behind. Then you hear a growl, deep, primal, sounding like the mountains almost tearing. Scrape of chains echo. Something drags itself from the shadows. You see it. Scales which are scorched. Tattered wings, bound with heavy dwarven chains. Bolted iron collars around its neck, torso. Long neck. Tail lashing behind it, dragging broken metal links, its eyes rolling with fury, pain as it struggles forward. Bolric from the other side of the room. By the gods! They've even unleashed a wyvern upon us! And dropping down into the room, a huge serpentine and reptilian creature none of you have seen before drops into the room with a large, massive, explosive thud as it hits the ground of flesh and metal hitting stone. Nothing. It looks around and its neck sort of swells up for a moment before it sucks in. It opens its mouth and this bellowing roar issues out from it. See spittle and embers almost spitting out from within its mouth. Jasper, you're done, so we move to you, Hezekiah.
Yikes. Okay. Sorry, I missed about 20 seconds of what you said. Did you mention what kind of colorish it seems to be?
It looks blackened. It looks tattered, scorched, burnt, so it's hard to tell, but it looks very sort of black.
Right. Now, is the whole dragon color thing, is it a bit of a kid's, like, it sounds kind of like in a lot of fantasy settings, it would be not exactly common knowledge, but something like everyone hears, like, April Sprout, or how's it go? Hold on. April. Something about April and May with the flowers in the rain, right? Something about that people tend to know. April showers, May flowers.
Spring, yeah.
May flowers, that's how it goes.
And you're trying to say, would you know anything of colours of
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Roll a nature check.
Alrighty. 24.
You have, although you've never obviously seen one, you've never heard of anyone encountering one, you do know, having read into it, just a matter of fascination in the past, as you've been very interested in all manners of animal and creature. Naturally, you find information on dragonkind. There are a few different colours to them, but there's nothing concrete about wyverns themselves. What the colour association with dragons, however, is well known. We've got the chromatic colours and so on. But yeah, a little less known on wyverns. Colour. Normally you would hear it more about dragons themselves, whereas wyverns are slightly different.
I don't know, I was kind of imagine Zebulon had come across a dragon at some point, but maybe he never told me.
So you also remember details of the Great Purge, how dragons were wiped from this plane. So as you're there, Borrick has just said that. Varrica also clutches a holy symbol hanging from her neck. What do we do? What do we do for this to happen to us, of all people? Keep us safe and aid our guardians. And the creature in front of you just roars. The chamber shakes around you, heat washing over from you from the lava spread around. What would you like to do this time?
Okay, so it seems like I don't get any sense of it being resistant to fire, which is kind of all I was exactly going for. Okay. Hooey. In that case, I will be doing. Okay, hold on. How injured is anyone? It sounds like not at all, right? Am I correct in saying no one got injured at all?
I took a hit, but
Okay, you took
not that significant. A little hit.
Okay. I will abstain from healing you until the feature. In the meantime, I will be blasting away full force once again. Well, not full force, not level 5, but almost full force. Level 4. Scorching Ray, where to go? Yep, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. So that is 19, 17, 24, 23. Nope, sorry, I clicked one extra. Yep. So, no, sorry, that was Jasper Shatter, sorry. 17, 24, 23, 28, and 18.
Every single one of those. Yeah, every single one of those will hit.
Oh, wow. Well, these Wyverns need to level up a little bit. Alright, so we got, oh my god, that looks really good. 11, 10, 10. 9? Why does it show the critical fire damage on one of these, but not any of it? Oh, because one of them was a critical hit, right. Okay. 11, 10, 10, 31, 42, and then either 51 or 60. Do these spells do the critical damage the exact same way? I think these ones do, the ones with the attack roll, like Scorching Ray. I think that's 60 fire damage, which is insane round.
That is crazy. That is so good. Yeah. You unleash this barrage of rays at it, and each one strikes into it, and you watch as it flings its head back and bellows in pain as each strike it burning into it. What was the total? Sorry, 60.
60, yes, and I think that is correct. It's 50. No, it's 60, not 51, because yeah, that critical hit one does do twice the damage roll as shown here. 9 extra fire damage. Yep, 60. 6-0.
Yeah, as they all hit it, it rolls back almost and is sort of clawing at the air, trying to stop these things hitting it, as it's really not enjoying that. It's done a massive amount of damage, and you can just see areas of its flesh is totally burnt, and parts of it fallen off scales, completely missing in places. It's not received that very well at all. That did so much damage. That was amazing.
As I calls out, Grow some front legs, you loser! As he retreats further back.
Okay.
Actually, I have one more. Sorry. Yes, I'll
one-
retreat there. No, sorry. One more, as in 5 more feet of movement.
Okay.
That's for me.
Good. No, that's really good. What an amazing round that was for you.
That is insane. Every single one of them got like a max damage.
That's crazy. Brother Keck, over to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so kind of seeing positions of things, and this bloody great big wyvern dropping in.
Yeah.
Keck's gonna kind of turn to Varric and go, "You may want to go to my friend Ozakaya and kind of point across the way," and then Keck's gonna climb back down into the pits. So 10, 15, 20. 20, 25. Look at me close enough. Can I get by Lachlan-ish?
Yeah, if you go next to the lava, you will immediately feel that it's incredibly hot there. So you can stay there if you want, but you feel like if you stay too long, you damage from just being too.
I think I from here. The Twin. Five, 10, 15. Is it still costing 5 extra movement to get down that ledge? Will it be less?
No, you would just be able to because you're going down.
Okay, so I can just get.
You're not having to do it. Yeah, you're absolutely fine.
Cool. I'll do that, and we'll drop a level 1 bless so that it's on Romok, Twin, and Jasper.
Okay. Yeah.
What was bless again? An extra 1d4.
Yeah, it's a d4 for an attack, a saving throw, or attack roll or saving throw. And it lasts for a minute. So you can do it as many times in that minute.
Okay.
Really nice.
I think that is all I can do for now. Don't want to bring out Candy Spurs Wrath now because it's a main ability. So yeah, that is me.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. I'm gonna burn my one of my Harness Divine Powers to get back that level 1 spell slot just in case we need it later. So that's a bonus action.
Yeah, okay. Right. So then we move into Lock. What's Lock going to do? The Wyvern is not airborne, by the way. It is perched on the edge of this level.
And
yeah,
muted
it's up. So who is it running Lock?
Yeah, I've got him. Right, so as he is perched, we are going to go with the conjure, summon elemental spell this time for the water elemental. And it will be put on the ledge behind him.
There you go. You should be able to move it.
And it will instantly try to aggro him and get make a couple of slam attacks. So melee weapon attack with your spell attack modifier. So Rock has a +8 to these. So we'll do wow. Jasper will use his reaction to let Lock re-roll the. Actually, no, it wouldn't work. Like it's not Lock, don't let me roll in it. So the element will be out of space. The elemental got a nat 1 on one of its slam attacks.
It's not going to do anything on the fumble chart for that. But
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, it's just splashing around behind it, not really seeming to do anything to it.
Locke is just going to move back towards the wall a bit, giving himself as much distance as he can.
Okay. So we move then to Twin.
Okay. Being that for the first time, I'm not going to charge in like I normally do. Swords blazing. I'm going to do the barrage of arrows.
Yep.
So I give myself do fighting spirit again. That's 10. The 24.
Yeah, that's a hit.
It says 8.
Which, yeah. The arrow slams into it. And it's spokes in on you.
21.
21 does hit as well. Yeah.
Cool. With another 9. And then with action surge, does that give me?
It gives you your full actions again. So you get two more by attack.
So it gives me 2 more. Okay, cool. I thought that was it.
And they'd be an advantage as well if you used your fighting spirits.
Yep. That's a 25.
25 hits.
Another 8. And 16s.
16 does hit as well. Roll your damage.
Oh, DL. Another 7. The 7, 8, 9, and an 8.
So the flurry of arrows just thudding into this creature's goes into his neck, general upper torso, and into its wings as well. Each one, it seems to react. Its lips curling up, exposing its teeth in pain. Its eyes now completely focused on you. Was there any movement you want to do? Pretty good.
Nah, I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay, so we move into rock.
Okay. So I have an idea, but it's a little bit out there.
What?
He's going to make love to it.
He's not the
bard. I cast seduction. No. Yeah. Screw it. Why not? Let's go for it. Ages upon ages ago, in the heat of the battle, I'm going to reach into my pack, and I'm going to pull out a bottle, and it's the. Let me just check this. Yeah, it's a bottle, and it's a potion, and it has a symbol of corn on it. I would like to take it in my hand. If I've got this right, and please check.
Gotcha. Yep.
If it's what I think it is, I would like to take it in my hand and I would like to launch it straight into or at the dragon's mouth.
Okay. Right. Okay, how are we gonna? So you're going to aim on this dragon. What's your throwing distance?
It's whether it needs to imbibe it. Does it need to be drunk, or can the effects
Potions
take
by their
hold
nature.
by-
Potions by their
They-
nature need to be drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Its mouth is not fully open at the moment. Is got its lips are curled up. Its teeth are exposed. Its mouth is slightly open. It's not like
You-
gaping.
Right. Okay. I wondered because it had just completed a gigantic roar, whether it was open.
Okay, you can take. Okay, I'll let you do this. I'll let you take that initiative on that little moment when that happens. Reach into your bag, get the bottle, and you're going to launch it. Roll me.
Mm.
What will this come under? Let's see. Let's go for. I mean, it might be under athletics. Let's go for athletics. Roll athletics.
Okay.
We'll see how well.
Okay. So because
You're going to need.
because
to
that's
quite far away
because
from
that
you, and it's a
yeah.
small bottle or it's a big mouth, but
Okay.
it's not massive as well. So you're going to need to beat a 15, I think.
Okay. Because it's a strength-based check, I do have advantage on this because I'm raging.
Okay.
So, first one coming through. I'll do this separately. That's a 21 on the first. And that is a 15 on the second.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to do bottle and see it for you.
Now, I have in my notes what I believe this potion should do. And let's just hope our notes correlate.
I know what it does, so don't worry.
Okay.
I'm just checking one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You did say corn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You launch it.
I believe so. If I've read this right, I'm just going to double check before it hits.
Making sure my meme was appropriate.
You launch the bottle, and it just arcs through the air, and the time almost seems to slow for you for a moment as you watch this bottle just travel towards it. Just as its mouth, his head spinning round, having just bellowed and roared, closing its teeth, closing down, the bottle just goes past, and you see it just shatter inside its mouth. I'm going to roll something here as well. You immediately feel immense pleasure. The fact that this even managed to hit the mouth, and you even happier when you see the bottle break. You watch as the creature shakes his head back and forth, the liquid just spilling from the side. Gives a sort of shudder, and then immediately starts to focus back in again. Doesn't seem to have been
Okay.
really right. That was amazing, and it just failed on the last bit.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It was a last ditch. It was...
that was fantastic. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Cry.
Run towards it.
What was that?
Run towards it.
I'm still not getting you, Matt. You're coming out really broken.
Just run towards it, waving your arms. Make yourself a tasty meal.
Take off all your clothes.
15 feet, haven't you left?
I will. How far have I moved? I think I moved about 10, 15 feet.
If you move 15, so you think you got about 15 left, haven't you?
Yeah, correct. That's gone. Let's delete that. It's about to be a very toasty little barbecue, I think. So okay. So seeing. Oh, How do I position myself? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Seeing the bottle smash, but the liquid kind of not taking effect. I am going to instinctively run in front of Jasper.
Okay. Right. As you do that, Wyvern's shaking its head from the bottle shattering in its mouth. You watch as it opens, flicking its tongue out, lots of bits of glass and other remnants of the liquid just pouring out its mouth, clinking to the floor. It immediately curls its body up before flowing down this wall and scampering across directly here, right up into your face.
And the elemental take an opportunity attack from that.
And the elemental, let me have a check.
I know this came up before, I can't remember what we decided on. But it is its own creature, technically.
You can.
Whether it's...
It will.
Yeah.
It will be.
That's correct.
Yeah. There we go.
So it's 1d10 plus 4, and then plus 10. Yeah?
Yes, full damage plus whatever you want.
Yeah, max damage then. 24 points of damage.
Fantastic. So as it comes towards you, it gets lashed in the back, and you watch as little spurts of blood arc out of it as it makes its way towards you. It bellows and roars in pain once again, and you can see it's struggling to move through. It's not as fluid as it once was when it first dropped down into the scene. And it comes up to you and immediately focusing in on you, Twin, it is going to lash out you with its bite attack, snapping down in your direction. 11 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. And as it sort of snaps and you just dodge out of the way, you realise just above its head you can see its tail curling round and lashing down towards you, a pointed barb on the end. Does a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a DC 15 con save, please.
Okay, hang on. I've got something for that. I'm going to use Indomitable. Can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. You must use a new roll.
Okay, roll again.
Don't forget you got guidance as well. Put 4 onto it.
Oh shit.
So 12 is your new score plus your
plus
1d.
1d4. Come on. Hey.
Had to be a 15. So
anyone else remember they were blessed this whole time?
you're good. You are good. So you stave off the poison. However, you do still take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you take half the poison damage actually. So you initially take 12 points of piercing.
Yeah.
You're also going to take half of 7d6 coming your way.
7d6.
Yeah. So 29 points of poison damage, half that. So you're going to be at 14 points of poison.
Yeah.
As the stinger slices and stabs into your side. You can just feel it pulse and push the venom into you. That is all this guy can do. So next up, Jasper.
Blessed Jasper, one might even say.
He is not looking good, I will tell you that, guys.
Right.
Oh, you know he isn't after that 60 damage.
You wrecked him with that. So what do you want to do, Jasper?
So Jasper's hand goes to his rapier. It's the first time he's had to use it since the fight.
Yeah.
And his hand shakes a little as he grabs it. But even with the memory of Blackburn back in there, he's going to step forward and he is going to try and strike twice. On a hit, I will use my defensive flash. So let's have a. That's going to respond. So 28 to hit. I won't worry about rolling bless on that one.
That's a definite hit.
So that is terrible damage roll, but I do get plus the 8. So that rescues it. It's 16 points of damage, and I get plus 8 to my armor class.
Okay. As you thrust this forward, Jasper, how do you want to finish this off?
Okay. Like I say, Jasper's hand's slightly shaking. Last time we had rapier, he was fighting the embodiment of death. He still steps forward, despite the memories that are floating back in, and he holds the rapier out in front of him. The wyvern's sort of staring him down, looking at him. This puny little thing that's come up to fight him. And he manages to steady himself enough to lunge out at the wyvern's head as it drops it down to eye up his potential prey, and jams it through the eye of the wyvern, and just pushes in as deep as he can get the blade.
And as you do, this warm blood just gushes out, flowing across your arm. Wyvern curls back, shuddering, a final roaring, stuttered yelp before it collapses, its body slapping to the ground, chains clanking down for the final time. Silence around.
As the silence sets in from the wyvern falling, Jasper just sort of shouts at her. Why are you doing this just as loud as he can, just to the open air of the chamber?
And find yourselves no further noises. You look around and you see where previously the walls were completely bare of anything, apart from the big gates up at the top where the wyvern came from. Now there is a doorway in the wall to the off to the side there. Yeah, I suppose it would be more to the south now I think about it. It'd be down on this end. There's now an opening with a stair leading up. The creatures lay dead next to you. All you hear is the burbling of the lava, the heat still rising around you.
Are we all okay? What in the hell's
I am
that?
undamaged. But some of you look grievously burnt and wounded. Twin Edge, you and Romak look especially wounded.
Oh no, just a scratch for me.
Oh, okay. I'll ignore you for the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Just a gentle
I'm fine.
scratching. I like
I only lost-
toasting.
Hey, stop running away from me, Romak.
I only lost 16 HP.
Yeah, I lost 11.
So Jasper and Locke are both just going to run up towards Bow. Lost it. And the dude and the lady. Gil Cram.
And you see that Barak has stood there. The warhammer in his hand, puts down on the ground, and releases the scarf on his hands. It just falls to the ground as well. And she just walks up. Varrica just walked up to the edge as well, looking down. And they look across to you. And a slight smirk on their face. And their bodies just fade out. And what you see in their place is this stone figure that just crumbles in place behind, leaving nothing but two piles of rubble.
Can Locke try like a Arcana or something to see if he knows what's just happened there?
Yeah, roll Arcana for Locke.
While that is rolling, Hezekiah would like to shout quite loudly. Very well then. Have we succeeded in protecting the two of you? Or shall you deem that this is our fate? Long lasting.
The guy's voice just rolls around the room. No response. Locke turns to you and says, I can definitely sense that there was illusionary magic used here, as well as enchantment. So, yeah. There's nothing remaining of the piles of rock now, however.
I will pick up. I'll pick up Keck's scarf to return it to him. But this was yours.
It is now a little bit worn, Ever so slightly, there's a few very small little holes in it and scuffs, and there's a bit of dirt on it now. Other than that, it's fine.
Thank you, Jasper, and just like shakes it off and puts it back around. Like second hand, anyway.
Having got no response from the previous statement, Hezekiah will now move a little around and say, "Well then, have we not proven ourselves? Do you think this is all luck? Or do we have the drive to move ourselves forward? Is this not what you were trying to test, Lord of the Mountain?" That's all.
Hezekiah, maybe we should use the door first and see if these are over there.
So there is still no reply from bellowing shouts. Again, which just roll around this room. There is silence, apart from the noises of the lava around.
Whereabouts was the door that opened up for the wyvern body?
It was essentially over here, but it was
Is that
sort of it's about 30. It's about 30 foot up.
Sorry,
Right,
do you see the button for where the wyvern
is
door
there-
was?
so
Wyvern
there's no entrance that's sort of visibly open, or do we have a way that appears open that we can
A door
head?
opened at the south.
Actually, now that you go look at that, you can see that the metal door that was there in the side up there is now shut. You can't see where the spectators came from. It's too dark above you.
So does this leave us currently with no open doors out of this place, or openings out of this place?
To the south, just down here, there is now an open entrance, which leads to a stair leading up.
Okay, I'll say to everyone, I guess that means that's our invitation to move up the path.
Indeed, shall we have passed this test, as we have? This is where we must go. Come, comrades. Let us proceed forward.
The stone it's cut stone stairs leading up. It's this polished black stone. The walls are very smooth, and it's just a standard pathway up. Every now and again, you have a lit sconce on the wall, just casting light to guide your way. But after a short trip up, you eventually find yourself at another door. You open it, and you find it leads into that room, your first room, which you fell through. You can still see there's that little table with the cooked meats on there, and the door on the opposite side.
This isn't the throne room kind of place, is it?
This is next to the throne room where you first were led, where the floor disappeared from beneath you.
Okay. Let's say when we come up there, I say, well, there is a familiar smell, a wonderful smell. Smell of not being trapped in a dungeon. Hezekiah's still projecting his voice quite loudly. Well done. Has what needs to be done been done?
Again, there is no response to your shout. There's no one in this room. It is empty.
Come then, let us investigate what is up. Ideally, someone like Romont follows me at the front, and we try to go from the side room to the main throne room kind of area to see if anyone's there, including any of the guards and whatnot.
So you open the door on the other side. It opens, and you see the corridor that you walk down, and you make your way down there. Eventually, coming to a final door, which you open, and it opens out into the grand hall that you're in. originally. As you step out, you hear your feet echoing around the hall as you step in, and still standing there, you see the line of guards who brought you in. You see the you see the crystal golems against the far wall up on the steps, and the line of dwarf guard as well, lining the back wall next to it. The throne remains empty.
What about Riverica and all that? Oh, sorry.
Now you also see an additional 4 dwarves standing just 2 steps up, and the line of dwarves. These are quite big steps, though, so they are raised up a decent amount. And you see familiar too. You see Varica there, and you see Baldric. As you come in, she, with her hands clasped in front of her, she bows slightly. Greetings to you all. Thank you for coming and just for putting up with a small test. Now, you may remember, I am, in fact, Elder that phone call, High Priestess to the Deep Father. Beside me, we also have Brain Ironmantle, the High General of the Deep Guard, and Igrin Goldvein, Master of Coin and Trade, and of course, Baldric Deepforge, Grand Smith of the Mordor. And if you please, Lord of the Mountain, Grint Orba. At this moment, another dwarf appears at the door just beside the throne, thick with muscle, wide, full black beard, complete with 3 braids and baubles, fur cloak slung across his broad shoulders. He steps forward, his feet thudding into the ground. He is one of the large dwarves you have seen. His black beard is also filled with not only black but also greys as well. And he's got these thick grey eyebrows. He steps forward, taking in the lot of you, or turning, dropping into his throne, his hands on his knees as he leans forward slightly. Takes a deep breath and just breathes out. You can hear his heavy breathing. Wow. His voice deep and booming, echoing around the hall. Introduce yourselves. Who is it that stands before me? Grint Orba, Lord of the Mountain.
Hezekiah takes a bow. My lord, you are well informed enough to know who it is that stands before you, for you have summoned us. We are those who, and he's still bowing, we are those who had addressed you from the South Grey Watch Tower. I am Hezekiah Aubrey. These are my companions, and I gesture. Still gesturing. Hello, comrades.
He's fixing you all with this stare. His face has not changed. It's quite a stone set photo. It looks very serious, and you can just feel sort of great power and the gravitas behind his feet and his voice as he looks at. Yes.
Yeah, Keck would then step forward and say, "It's just, I am Brother Keck from Saramo. I bring the teachings of Ka." And then kind of stepping back again.
He looks to you, Jasper, standing next to him.
Jasper Brightfoot. I am what you see. I don't have any fancy titles or anything, I suppose.
Looks to you, Romok.
My name is Romok, and it is an honor to meet you, Lord Brent.
Howard Dowery is your first name?
And Quinn?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Sorry. So I just go. I go by Twin Edge, you Lord.
He leans back ever so slow. Very, very good. Now, word has gotten to me. And he looks across to the dwarf who's introduced his terrain, who nods back. That you were a group to report the assault of the southern Grey Witch Town, the devastation of the force. Further word now comes as you return that you have indeed found the perpetrators of this heinous crime against our kingdom, and that you have dealt great and swift retribution upon them. Is this true word?
Hezekiah bowing once again after getting up the first time. Indeed, my lord. Such is the case. We had found the two perpetrators. Two! Just two! Who had committed such acts. And by our hand, they had fallen.
And you carry them with you now, do you? And he gestures to the bag that Romok has with him.
In a sense, your lord. One of them we carry with us, for she is of normal composition. The other one is of rather abnormal composition, and in a sense we carry her with us, but it is different than that of you and I, who are made of flesh.
What's your intention with them? Why keep them with you? Was it to present to us?
Sir, have you had fought the way that we had, and seen the capabilities of such a... Everyone kind of struggles for words. Such a machine. You would not want to let this out of your sight for fear of what it might do. We bring it as we are its vanquishers. But also, I suppose, somewhat its protector now? I kind of look around the group. Like, back me up here, guys.
If Hezekiah's eyes catch Romox at that moment, Hezekiah would like to say, my lord, it is not only as their protectors, but we wish to divine their purpose, because their purpose was greater than merely slaughter for the pleasure of it. We have but little understanding, my lord, but what we do understand seems to show a web of connections between these two individuals and a deeper group. Oh my god, how am I forgetting it now? The Circle of the Dark Passenger. That was their name. It is our understanding that these two were in your land to commit nefarious deeds. Not only out of sheer satiation, but to gain access to greater powers. But we do not know to what end. Fully know to what end they seek to communicate these powers and the secrets they learn with them to others. That is why we hold on to them. Because we seek to understand why they would go to these lengths to commit these crimes. Hezekiah bows his head.
As you're saying this, you see that, like some of the dwarves in front are starting to lean into each other and seem to be whispering a few words to each other. You see him sort of nodding the head, shaking. You notice that Verica takes a small ledger she's got and just notes a few things in it. And Lord Horbar looks back at you. Well, with these deeds, I must indeed bestow upon you my gratitude. You've succeeded in dealing with the atrocities at hand in great speed and effectiveness. I know all dwarves residing in my land will be very glad to hear that outsiders were able to lend aid when it was needed. You have my many thanks for this. As a token of our appreciation, we the people of Herdogus and the Whispercat would extend to you a fair reward. And he leans back and he slams his fist onto the arm of the throne. A resounding thud rolls through. Beside the throne, out of the doorway he came through, a pair of dwarves step out of the doorway. They're both carrying chests, so there's two chests coming. A further two dwarves step out and stand beside the throne next to Brent Horbar. At a glance, see they do pass a resemblance to him. The other two dwarves who first appeared, they make their way down, make their way across, careful not to step on the steps themselves, and they put the chest down at your feet before turning and leaving, the same way which they entered. As they put it down, you hear a heavy thud and clinking. A fair reward. And he gestures to you. And they all watch, see how you react.
Hezekiah bows once again. Lord, you have shown such grace. Our deeds were born of our quest for justice. We have no doubt that your gifts have so much to bear us. But some amongst us were wondering if there... Jasper, by the way, this is the part where I'm hoping you have something to say. But some amongst us were wondering if, Lord, there is something else that we might request of you. Jasper. 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 Only half a second, huh? What do you ask?
You got this. Carry on.
But for the love of God, I don't know what he would have done. I mean, Lord, your treasures, may they enable us greatly in what is to come before us. Hezekiah says as he takes, I don't know, if it's like 10 feet in front of us, it's just he moves 5 feet forward. Because what is to come before us, Lord, is to be so great a challenge.
As you move forward, all the guards in front suddenly immediately stand more to alert, and they take a step forward, their weapons raised and pointing.
My Lord, if I have done wrong, please let me know. I was merely attempting to navigate the rift that divides us, because I do not want to divide us. I want there to be a common understanding that stands against senseless slaughter, such as what we saw in the South Greywatch Tower, and against these wicked individuals whom we have dealt with at... What was the name of the icy lake place? That place.
You never really had a name. But as you're saying this, you see The advisors in front now talking again amongst themselves, leaning into each other, talking. See, all of them seem to be saying something to each other. At this moment, Horbar raised their hand, and the room just falls silent. I hear what you're saying. However, what I have to say is this. Now, whilst the Watchtower slaughter was not just murder, I see it as a challenge, one that I could not have left unanswered. You gave me that answer. For that, I've been rewarded. And he gestures forward, and in fact, one of the guards, two of the guards take a step forward, and they lean forward and open the chests for you. And you can see inside, it is full of coin, not gold.
So you said it was full of iron?
It's not. 8,000 in gold's worth, paid in platinum. Fair sum for fair work. Coin is just a thing. What matters is what you do with it. Whether I can call on you again. He leans forward, his elbows on his knees, his gaze is just fixed on you. I have sons. And he tilts his head to the side. There's two dwarves beside him. Who will ride to Vale in Rangamot. They carry more than words. They carry the weight of my will. The road is long, and enemies are quick to strike at anything bearing my seal. Seeing how you dealt with our issue with the town, and how you were able to easily defend two members of my council. You will see them there alive, and you will make sure that the lords there listen, they speak.
My lord, it
How
would
do you
be our
feel?
greatest joy. Sorry, go ahead.
How do you feel about this request?
Hezekiah raises his head from bowing once again. My lord, the faith you have shown in us, it is a greater sign than any we have received in many days.
He cuts you off. Then you will ride griffins, faster than any road, but you'll earn every mile. With you agreeing, be at the roost by dawn. My sons do not waste, and neither does the mountain.
My lord, this is
His eyes linger on you each for a heartbeat. Maybe a heartbeat too long. Looks like he's judging you and measuring how you're presenting yourselves. He sits back and just bends his head and looks towards you.
That's the part which lords does he want us to go and see?
As you start to, are you asking a question?
I'm asking you directly because it kind of like got muffled for me. Like, take his brother to go and see certain lords.
He hasn't said anything yet to that. No. He looks at you all. So we are agreed.
Can I just ask one question to clarify? You said he has sons in Rangamont?
Yes.
Or he has sons he wants us to accompany to Rangamont?
He has sons, and he nodded his head to the side towards the two dwarfs stood next to him. Two dwarves which resemble him. So you can see that there was two sons.
Uh-huh.
He leans back, slaps his hands down on the throne's arms, and the thud of them rolls through the halls as well. He stands up, looks across at all of you. Be there, the roost at dawn. And he turns and he strides out.
Hezekiah bows again. Yes, my lord. You will see us at the roost. I mean, we will be seen at the roost at dawn.
I wanted to say something, but I don't know whether it's kind of as
hold on.
just as he's walking out. Keck, obviously being Keck, is going to step forward and just go, Lord, charging us with your son's lives might not be the greatest decision at this time.
At this point, he hasn't stopped his stride, and he's already gone through the doorway.
One quick question. This is not in character, but did he say anything like, "Oh, my sons, by the way, they're supposed to be kings in Rangamont or something," or just we're taking them to Rangamont and we don't know why?
He did not give you any detail.
Okay,
He
got it.
simply asked you to escort them. The thing he said was, exact lines were, I have sons who will ride to Vale in Rangamont. They carry more than words. They carry the weight of my will.
And
That's all he
nodded to
said.
his side to infer that the two dwarves next to him were his sons, effectively.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, amazing finish for this little thing where, oh my god, we're gonna get got, followed by, oh my god, we get to fly away.
Yeah, if you go through with it, absolutely.
Hooray!
Yeah.
We neither have to commit to suicide nor slavery. This is the best day.
No, because it's still early in this day, and we're not going to be doing that until next morning. So what we're going to do for the next 12 hours and sleeping for a night.
We are gonna be rubbing up feathers with those griffins or fur or whatever griffins have on most of their. I mean, it's a combination, but the point is, no one will see us anywhere but the griffin stable thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will leave it there, guys. We're not going to go any further tonight. But
1 second before you go.
Beautiful mercy. And we did all this without saying anything that we didn't absolutely need to say.